revealed, thousands of felons registered to vote before the Alabama Senate election. In what may have been the biggest political upset since the election of President Donald Trump over opponent Hillary Clinton, Democrat U.S. senatorial candidate Doug Jones overcame opponent Roy Moore by less than 2 percentage points in Tuesday's special election. But his win might not be as impressive as it seems. According to a report by OWL.com, an Alabama-focused news organization, Jones may have been propelled to power by thousands of violent felons and career thieves who were registered to vote at the last minute through a massive liberal-funded effort. The Democratic takeover of the traditionally Republican stronghold of Alabama by means of felon voters is crucial since Jones's election is set to potentially upend the GOP's entire national agenda. Gangster Party. At the forefront of the grassroots effort that allowed tens of thousands of convicted felons to vote is Pastor Kenneth Sharpton Glasgow, described would-be Village Voice as an ex-con and recovering crackhead-turned-street preacher. For PR purposes that clearly helped attract attention to his cause, Glasgow erroneously claims to be the half-brother of the infamous liberal Reverend Al Sharpton Jr., though a WKRG News 5 investigation proved that the two could only be related if Sharpton's father conceived Glasgow with Sharpton's half-sister, an unsettling scenario which Glasgow tends to ignore. Until August, felons in Alabama were prohibited from voting just like their fellow convicts in 12 other states. But over the summer, Republican Governor Kay Ivey signed the Definition of Moral Turpitude Act that allowed all but the most egregious former criminals to take part in elections. Glasgow responded by springing into action immediately. He directed his organization, the Ordinary People Society, to sign up thousands of former criminals in major Alabama urban centers like Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and Dothan. Even criminals that were incarcerated at the time but expected to be released in time to vote were signed up by the organization, maximizing the effects of their electoral undertaking. Pay dirt. The results. In the last month, I think we registered at least 5,000 to 10,000 people all over the state, Glasgow told OWL.com in November. Al Sharpton's aspiring half-brother wasn't the only progressive behind the re-enfranchisement efforts in Alabama, either. Think Progress, a project of the George Soros-funded Center for American Progress, unsuccessfully sued the state in an attempt to mandate that felons be individually notified by mail of their restored voting rights. Other Soros-funded groups like the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, and the Brennan Center for Justice at New York University Law School have also played instrumental parts in the campaign to sign up voters who, just 4 months earlier, could not vote in Alabama. Glasgow and his liberal allies may have hit pay dirt. While the Alabama Secretary of State has yet to produce the final official results of the special election, an unofficial count gives Jones 671,151 votes to Moore 650,436. Even with Glasgow's reported results alone, there is no doubt that felons could have made up the difference between the candidates. Altering the national agenda. According to jail surveys, Democrats are the overwhelming beneficiary of ex-convict voting. In 3 states that were surveyed, including the red state of North Carolina, 10% or fewer felons said that they